You can see, you were talking about that flooding in the reports. Here it is. Now, this is not the Atlantic Ocean, TJ. The Atlantic Ocean is on the other side. What you're looking at here is houses that are about underwater in places, and this is the Bogue Sound. You can see that. You're looking out right now at the Bogue Sound that has come inland here, and there goes the camera. You can feel the wind and the rain. I mean, we have waves literally racing inland. Now, this is what we call reverse storm surge. The wind direction changed, TJ, so now the sound is being pushed from the west to the east here and driving all of this water inland here along Atlantic Beach. The road is impassable now in a lot of places. You can't traverse the island in many places, and the water's getting higher.
Now taking the brunt of this storm, Governor Bev Perdue is the governor of North Carolina. She joins me from Raleigh. You all have been preparing for this thing for some time now. So what is your biggest concern now that it has officially made landfall? What are you most worried about?
Well, we're most worried about getting through the landfall and getting through the next 3 or 4 hours as the rain continues. We've got, floods and surges all over the coast. We've got a couple 100,000 people without current right now. We don't know the damage from the utility poles or the trees on the road. North Carolina is known as Hurricane Alley, and so for years we've had a really system in place that's very robust, starting at the local county level, moving to the state response team, and then working closely with FEMA. So our system has worked really well. We feel very good about execution, and now we're just in the holding period after we have deployed our forces all over the state to decide what the recovery plans have to be based on the reports we get when Hurricane Irene leaves our shores very soon, we hope. And
Governor, you called it Hurricane Alley there, and people who live in that state are used to hurricanes and hurricane warnings and watches and whatnot. But do you have sometimes an issue with people think you're crying wolf, and sometimes people take it upon themselves and think they're the weather experts, and they say, it's just a Category 1. Or do the folks in your state listen, and did they listen this time to get out of there?
Well, the tourists really listened. We were almost 100% effective in evacuating tourists up and down the coast of the beach in what is the last huge week of the summer vacation season. And so there were thousands and thousands of tourists on our beaches. The residents, many of them have evacuated because they've learned over the years that a 1 is still a 1. It's a hurricane, and you have to really respect the ferocity of a storm. And so many of them left. Obviously, we have some hangers-on who want to see the storm, but I have not had a report of any one person all night long venturing out to do a video for you guys or trying to get to the ocean to surf. We've locked down the hatches, and our citizens have stayed in, and we hope they'll continue to stay in until we say, hey, it's safe to come out.
And how far inland are you expecting issues as well? We talk so much about the coast and people evacuating the Outer Banks, but you're probably going to get a lot of rain.
Take a look over this way. The surf is breaking about 50 yards back in this direction, but the wind is so strong, it's pushing so much water over the dunes, we've actually got what looks like a lake forming right at the edge of all these houses.